Sphere. My name is Joey McQuillan, and today we're going to be looking at warm-ups specifically for each key that I've already discussed. Today we're going to be talking about a excerpt from one of my books that will help you figure out how to use half notes, half dotted notes, and how to efficiently use the G key with this excerpt called Duke Street. So let's begin. So I will have Duke Street either here, or I'll have Duke Street here so you can play along with me. So I'm going to start at the first measure, which is at the first three notes, and like I said, this is going to be the key of G, so the only thing that you need to be changing your keys about is putting your F key into F sharp, which is all three keys at the top, and then one key at the middle. Alright, so let's go over each and every singular measure one at a time, and we'll get to it pretty easily. So let's start with that. Let's start with the first measure, like I said. So the first measure is going to be a G, then the next one is going to be a B and a C. So the difference between just playing it regularly is that the first note is going to be a half note, and then the next note is going to be a quarter note, and then the next one is going to be a quarter note. And what we're going to do is play it on 80 BPM. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's try and go through the next measure, since it's the exact same. Let's play. So we go from measures 1 to 3, and it's the exact same pattern. 1 half note, 2 quarter notes, 1 half note, 2 quarter notes, 1 half note, 2 quarter notes. So let's try and do this out loud while tonguing 2, 2, and let's start with the first measure. 80 BPM. Just don't play it with your saxophone just yet. Just say 2, and we'll start playing the first measure. 1, 2, ready, go. 2, 2, 2. There you go. So you can pause whenever to repeat it. So 2, 2, 2, and then you do that for the next measure. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and then finally, the third measure is the exact same. So let's do the third measure. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. And then finally, we're on to the fourth measure. It is going to be a whole note. So that is 4 beats out of 4. So let's try and do it. So let's try and do it the exact same way I've done. So just doing 2, ready? So measures 1 to 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. And there you have it. That's measures 1 through 4. Now, let's focus on going through each key from measures 1 to 4. So, first note we have is going to be G, all 3 keys at the top. Next one is going to be B, C. So, first key, middle key. And we're already on the second measure. So the same pattern, 2, 2, 2. Second measure is going to be D. Well, yeah, first note of the second measure is going to be D, all three keys, plus the octave key right here, into E, F sharp, which is E is removing your ring finger on the D key, and then removing your front finger to make the F sharp key. And then finally doing the final measure, well, the second to last measure, which is measure 3, which is high G, F sharp, E, and then the fourth measure, which is high D. So from the first note of the second measure to the final note of our fourth measure, we always have the octave key on our thumb, and just keep playing like that. So let's try playing it. Playing measures 1 to 4. Alright. Posture up. Ready to play. Check your neck strap if it's all set to go. I'm going to play through my instrument with my mouth. Like this. Because the audio quality will not let me. So let's try and play. 1, 2, ready, go. Alright, so now that we're on, we'll edit this. Now we're on this first half of our top part. So let's do the second half of the top part, which is going to be our fifth measure. Our fifth measure is going to be the exact same thing. Half note, quarter note, which is just going to be all the D key. So, do, do, do. Alright, same thing as we've done from measures 1 to 3. The next one, we will do high E to D. Both of them are half notes, 2 measures of a full, 2 measures out of 4 beats. So, 2, ready, go. Do, do. Alright, next one is going to be C to B. 1, so middle finger, and then index finger on the top. Do, da. And then finally, we'll do A whole note. Not A whole note, but the key of A, which is 2 fingers, into a whole note. 4 beats. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Do. Alright, and we will focus on doing the first whole half. So, let's come on to it. 1, 2, 1, 2, breathe, breathe. Do, 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 Alright, there you have it. The first half is all set in stone, and let's do the second half. Now, the second half is a little bit more in-depth towards the quarter notes, so let's focus on the ninth measure of, well, yeah, the first measure of the second half, or the ninth measure. So let's go through the first note, which is going to be a half note A, which is index finger, and then A again, and then B. It's half note B, B again, then A. So it's da, da, da. The same thing that we've been doing since measures 1 to 3 and measures 5. Measure 5. Da, da, da. Alright. The next one we're going to do is, it's all quarter notes. So it's going to be G, G, B, go to octave key, into high D, and then high G. So, do, 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 do. So you can practice that slowly or quickly. Just take your time on it, and then we'll go to the next one, or we'll practice this one. 1, 2, ready, go. Do, 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 do. Alright, so we'll do the next one, which is high E, high D, C, E. It will be the same thing that we've done for measure 2, which is just quarter note, quarter note, quarter note, quarter note. So let's get started. Do, 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 do. And then the next measure is just going to be holding for four beats, an A, the top 2 keys, and just playing. Alright, the next measure is going to be the same thing that we've been doing. So D, E, F, D, half note D, quarter note, quarter note. So half note, quarter note, quarter note. 2, 3, 4. Half note, quarter note, quarter note. Yeah. So half note D, quarter note E, high E, and then quarter note high F sharp. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, ready, go. Do, do, do. Alright, and then the next measure is going to be something we haven't really discussed too in depth about, which is going to be a dotted quarter note. So think of it as, it's a dotted half note, so think of it as 3 beats instead of 2. And it's a high G into a C. So you go to high G octave key, and then let go of the octave key and go into C. Alright, and the second to last is going to be half note B, and then half note A. 3, 4, 1, 2, ready, go. Do, do. And then the final one is going to be another dotted quarter note, and then a rest. Do. And then let go on the 4th beat. So, let's do the second half all together with 80 BPM. Do, 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 and there you have it. There's the second half. So, you can go over each of these sections by themselves, or try and do it all together. I'm going to try and do it all together. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. Do, 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 do. there's all of Duke Street, going from section by section, and you can just practice whenever you want through the key of G, implementing what you've learned from the key of G and how to use your saxophone well. So thank you for watching. Thank you for watching from ArtSphere. This is Joey McQuillan, and have a great day.